W8VPV. Repeater.
Good evening. Calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night VHF UHF net. My name is John and my call is W03X. However, for the purposes of this net, I'll be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. is an open directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information to enhance net operating practices and to keep members up to date about club happenings. This net meets here every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. local time, preceded by Amateur Radio Newsline at 8:01. We will start with announcements and then ask for check-ins from any officer or member who has an announcement of general interest to the club. Once that is complete, I'll take check-ins, call signs only, 5 at a time, and confirming each call. Then I'll correspond with those 5 check-ins and ask for 5 more until the action slows down, and then I'll go 1 at a time. If you're a regular participant, I'll probably recognize you by call sign. If not, please give your call repeated phonetically, followed by your name and your location. When all check-ins have been corresponded with, I will repeat the announcements, and then I'll give one last call for check-ins. We also operate a band exploration net at 9:30 p.m. after this net. Please join us if you have the privileges and equipment. We're on a different band each week on that 9:30 p.m. net, and so this evening we will be on 6 meters on or about 50.270 megahertz upper sideband. Okay, here are the announcements. Let's see, the next meeting of the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club will be Wednesday, February 12th. That's Wednesday of next week. And we will be meeting at the Pilgrim United Church, and it has an address of 130 Broad Boulevard, but you get to the meeting by going to the parking lot, which is on 2nd Street, just south of Broad Boulevard, and then the door to the building is off the corner of the parking lot. The meeting will start around 7:30 p.m. and you can also attend via Zoom and participate. Go to www.cfarc.org and scroll down the right-hand side of the page there, and you'll see the meeting with the Zoom link. Our Hamfest is April 5th, that's a Saturday, and we need assistance on April 4th in the evening to help set up the tables, and also on Saturday morning to help with the vendors coming in, then also for setting up their items that they're going to put for sale. There should be a sign-up sheet showing up soon for the for volunteers for the Hamfest for the Friday evening before, and also the morning of the Hamfest. We need people to watch at the doors and help with getting the vendors to their table and things like that. Also with the money handling there at the ticket sales, and we have a process and documents all pre-made for handling that. So you just check various items there on that as the time goes on for handling the ticket sales. And we need somebody to operate the mobile check-in station also. So watch for that sign-up sheet to show up, and if there's anything that you think you could do, then we would appreciate having you sign up to do that. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Let's see. That's all that I have in the way of announcements at this time. So are there any officers or members who have items of special interest to the club? This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Okay, not hearing any. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
November 8, Bravo Alpha Yankee, NHBAY, Ralph in Stowe.
I have you on the list, Ralph. We'll get back with you. Another check-in, please.
Hello, Bravo 8, Victor Hotel Kilo, John and Kenmore, in and out.
KB8VHK, I have you in and out. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Another check-in, please.
WA4WGA.
WA4WGA, Ray, I have you. Another check-in, please.
Alpha Charlie 8, X-Ray Oscar, in and out.
I have you in and out, Vince. Thanks for checking in. And yeah, I'll mention about the newsletter articles to get them in. I saw on there you'd like to get them in February 22nd. So I'll mention that before I proceed with the people that checked in. Any other check-ins?
K8WTK.
K-A-A-W-T-K. We'll get back with you, Bill. Okay. Yeah, so hearing Vince checking in reminded me that I saw on the calendar that he's requesting to get the newsletter articles in February 22nd. So take a look at that on our website, and then if you have any newsletter articles, send them to the newsletter editor at cfarc.org. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. We have our 5 here, so we'll go up to W8VPV. Ray, go ahead.
Good evening, John. It's actually November 8, Bravo Alpha Yankee, and the name is Ralph, not Ray. Just wanted to check in and say hello to everyone. Really don't have much planned for this week. I hope it's going to be an easy week, and the weather's looking fairly good. Hope everyone has a great week. This is N8BAY, back to net control.
Okay, Ralph, sorry, what did I say your call was? I have written down here N8BAY.
I thought I heard you say W8VPV, but I don't know, maybe I just didn't hear it right. Sorry about that. I think you got it right. November 8, Bravo Alpha Yankee, back to net.
Yeah, maybe I did say W. The N doesn't look very good here. Okay, thanks for checking in, Ralph 73. Have a good evening. Next, KB8 UHK was in and out, so that takes us to Ray, WA4WGA. Go ahead, Ray, with your comments. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor.
Well, good day from WA4WGA. Nice weather day today. Unfortunately, the various regional groundhog prognosticators gave us 6 more weeks of winter. They should all be shot. Of course, with apologies to those who are groundhog lovers. Anyway, not much going on here. Me poking around on Amazon Prime Video and finding things I hadn't seen in years, and new Star Trek series or spin-offs thereof, which unfortunately won't see airtime, but do fill in some of the history gaps. I have yet to see anything that would qualify as an origin story, but there's a lot of history gaps that are filled in, like one that led to Captain Christopher Pike's accident that left him in a wheelchair and caused him to end up on Talos 4 in the episode The Cage, which was probably the only 2-part original series episode. There may have been others, and if there are, they're slipping my mind. Other than that, I'm gonna leave you to it and just listen along. You're doing better at not eating the microphone, John, and I noticed that as well on 440. So, WA4WGA, back to you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Ray. The radio that I use on the 440 band is a different radio, and I'm using the hand mic that came with it. And I use that microphone both for talking and also for the FL Digi. I don't have any kind of special connection for the FL Digi there. I just hold that microphone up to the speaker of the computer there, and it sends out the FL Digi there. So thanks for checking in, and I recall that episode you're talking about, and also a funny one is the one about Nomad, and at the end, he's saying error, sterilize, and then he has to blow himself up because he made an error. So that's a funny one there. And what reminds me of that is these Gap Titan antennas, because they kind of look like Nomad. Okay, so thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, let's see, next, Vince AC8XO was in and out, and so next is Bill, KA8WTK. Go ahead, Bill, with your comments. This is W3X.
W8VPV, KA8WTK, Bill and Talmadge. Good evening, John, and everybody on the net. I mentioned last week that I was getting together and winding some Ballon. Actually, I got it wound and cased up, and it's I forget the name. It starts with a G. It's a current type Ballon. on 2 different cores. And kind of interesting, I've not wound a balun before. Wound little toroids before for antenna coils and bandpass filters, but never anything quite like this. But got it all set up, checked it out. It's a 4-to-1, and it was flat from 1.5 megahertz to about 130 megahertz with one slight bump around 35 megahertz. And I got rid of that by separating the distance between the coils. I had them, let me grab time. I had them put together with a couple of wire wraps, wire ties, so they were together and wouldn't move around. But I found if I separated them by about 1/4 of an inch, I put plexiglass in between them to separate them, that bump went away. So got a chance to hook it up to the antenna today, which is a 40-meter delta loop. And on the harmonic bands, I have pretty good SWR on 40, 20, 15, and 10, and a fairly good bandwidth using this. So looks like it's going to work out pretty good. So back to net, W8VPV, KA8WTK.
Okay, so you're able to use it on even and odd harmonics. That's good. Sounds really good there. So hope that keeps working well for you there, Bill. Okay, so that takes us to the bottom of the list. So this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins.
RFK, the name is Scott, no over in Kenmore.
Oh, a perfect double.
Yeah, there was kind of a pile up there. I got KE8, was it RFK? Over?
Sir, Kilo Echo 8, Romeo Foxtrot Kilo, the name is Scott, and I'm over in Kenmore.
Okay, I got that. We'll get back with you in a moment. Another check-in, please.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha X-Ray Mike.
KF8AEM. I will get back with you. Another check-in, please.
Kilo Echo 8, Alpha X-Ray, Chelsea, Franklin, in and out.
Okay, I have you in and out. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Another check-in, please.
KC8YQT, Todd in Cuyahoga Falls, in and out.
KC8YQT, I have you in and out. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Another check-in, please.
ABD, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha Victor Delta, Tony, Merriman Valley, in and out.
KF8AVD, Tony, I have you in and out. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Another check-in, please.
KAPU in and out. John, catch you on 6 later.
K8PU, Larry, I have you in and out. I'll listen for you on 6. Another check-in, please.
KE8KVI, in and out.
Number.
Okay, I had a double there, but KE8KVI, Ron, is in and out, and somebody, I just got the end. Go ahead with your call again.
And it's Whiskey Alpha 8 Radio, Charlie, November.
WA8RCN, I got you in. Let's see, okay, so let's go go back up to KE8RFK. Go ahead, Scott, with your comments.
Good evening, guys. Yeah, I don't know who it was I talked to on 520 one day. I called out, got an answer, invited me to join in that. I've been here before. You know, I don't get on the radio much. You know, I'm having a hard time with the antennas and that. They didn't take care of much of it. Yeah, I about got bored with it radio, man. Can't get on it, man. And I got a CB radio. Started talking to guys on CB, so... Well, I bought a CB antenna. It so happens to work on my 10 meters. Boy, I caught Switzerland today. I've been trying to get somewhere over there, and I finally hit Switzerland on DX. Yeah, well, I guess the radio's picking up. The CB guys sort of got me back into it. All right, I just heard you guys talking. Wanted to check in and wish everybody the best, and hopefully you stay warm in the next few days coming up. Let's give it back to net control. This is KE8RFK.
Yeah, very good, Scott. Yeah, when I first started with ham radio, that was my first antenna was a CB half-wave antenna, and that worked very well. Now, it wasn't a Ringo. It had a little coil in the bottom of it, so I wasn't using a lot of power with it. And it worked just fine. And then later, I put a little trap in it, so that or a resonator or whatever in partway up it, and added another piece above that to make it for 15 meters also. So that worked well, and I made a contact in Australia with that setup there on 10 meters. So yeah, that'll work well on 10 meters. So thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, next was KF8 AEM. I think I got that right. Go ahead with your comments. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor.
Greetings, Frank. It's Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha X-Ray Mike. Handle is Rick over in West Akron. Just a couple questions. Didn't catch the exploratory frequency for tonight, and are we still bringing in canned goods for the church that we meet at?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the band exploration net this evening will be on 6 meters. It'll be on or about 50.270 megahertz upper sideband. And yes, we're still bringing in the canned good. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. So if you're coming in person, please bring a canned good with you. Back to you, Rick.
That's all I got tonight, Frank. Just wanted to check in and say hi. Haven't been on in a few weeks, so hope everybody's doing well, and hope to see you soon at the next meeting.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I should have said this is John, W8VPV at the mic. Let's see, Frank runs the nets on the 4th Monday of the month. So let's see, he ran them last week. So thanks for checking in, and we'll see you at the meeting. And I got the correction on your call there. So I got the X in there, AXM. Thanks for checking in. Okay, let's see. The next, 4 were in and out. Let's see, so that takes us all the way down to Jim, WA8RCN. Go ahead, Jim, with your comments. This is John, W8VPV at the mic.
John, W8VPV from WA8RCN in Cuyahoga Falls here.
Yeah, just checking in to give you another beam for the pod. Don't have too much to say, so just throw it back over to you. W8VPV, W8RCN. Go ahead.
Okay, Jim, very good. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W03X at the mic asking for check-ins. Please repeat your call there, in and out.
Kilo Echo 8 Uniform Lima Alpha Leo.
Okay, Leo, thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Another check-in, please.
W8EZT.
W8EZT, we'll get back with you, Frank. Another check-in, please.
This is Kilo Echo 8 Uniform Lima Charlie, Kurt, Cuyahoga Falls, KE8ULC.
Okay, I got KE8ULC, Kurt, and there was somebody in there along with Kurt. Come on back.
KE8TQR, Keith and Union's out.
KE8TQR, we'll get back with you, Keith. Another check-in, please.
Kilo 8 Papa Juliet Whiskey, K8PJW, Philip and Twinsburg.
K8PJW, we'll get, let's see here. Yeah, we'll get back with you in a moment. One more check-in, please.
KD8VYT.
KD8VYT, Russ, we'll get back with you in a moment here. Okay, so let's see, let's go back up to Frank, W8EZT. Go ahead, Frank, with your comments.
Well, good evening, everybody. W8EZT here. We've had a good weekend. Really unusual weather day, but I got my sump system and drain for my driveway unfrozen enough to drain my driveway, so the next whatever we're going to get, and it could be anything the next couple of days, I should be able to handle. And of all things, I got my water meter replaced today, courtesy of the city. I don't know what that was all about, but they changed out the company that does the water meters, and so I have a new water meter. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who took the time to come out and participate in Winter Field Day a weekend ago. 9 days, 8 days now. We had a great time. There'll be a big article in the newsletter on it with some pictures, and I think everybody had a good time. I know there were a lot of interesting questions, a lot of good answers, a lot of opportunity to learn how to use logging, and we had a new operating mode up there for the first time. Ray, W8VPV, operated using JS8 call, a brand new low noise protocol built on the basis of FT8, developed by independent people. Made about 5 or 6 contacts there, so that was kind of a fun idea. I don't know what the plans are for the meeting next Wednesday, a week from this coming Wednesday. I know we'll do a quick review of Winter Field Day. I do want to get some work done at the clubhouse, maybe on the 4th Wednesday, possibly a cleanup session. I was initially talking about tuning the antenna, but I don't think I want to touch it until we get the ground system and lightning suppression system in. That maybe change its behavior. And looking at solar ham here, let me pause for a second. Looking at solar ham here, the sun is kind of kicking up a storm. We've had at least a dozen M-class solar flares in the last day and a half. So propagation, even up in 10 meters, should be all over. And I think I heard Scott or somebody say that he just used a CB antenna. And did I hear work Switzerland on 10 meters? So if you're a relatively new ham, you're getting the best conditions you're going to have for probably about 10 years. So take advantage of it, get that antenna up there, get that radio going, and get on the air and start making some contacts. All right, that's all I got, John. We'll catch you on 6 meters tonight using my Gap Titan? No, I can't think of the name of that robot that ended up self-destructing itself on Star Trek. But I'll be up there tonight. W8VPV, back to net.
Yeah, Frank, that was Nomad, and yeah, the Gap Titan reminds me of Nomad there. So I tell my wife that, you know, like if I'm going to be adjusting something on it or something, I tell her I'm going out and I'm going to work with Nomad there. Okay, we'll listen for you on 6 meters there. Okay, let's see. So next was Kurt, KE8ULC. Go ahead, Kurt, with your comments. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W03X at the mic.
John, this is Kurt. This is for Frank. I received his email regarding the net antenna. I would like to participate with that. He did not send me the PowerPoint presentations. So if he would do that, I'd much appreciate it. So I'd like to participate with that, and I thank everyone for participating tonight with the net. And back to you, John, W8VPV.
Okay, Kurt, thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, next was Keith, KE8TQR. Go ahead, Keith, with your comments.
Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. This is KE8TQR. Good evening, John. Thanks for taking my check-in. Everyone else here on this wonderful net. I had a really quiet day here at the QTH. I didn't leave the house today. We just stayed home. I did do a little work down here in the shack. I built me a shelf over all the radios so I can put some stuff above them instead of sitting on them. And my new amplifier came in the other day. That's the Mercury 3S. I've got it all hooked up, and it seems to be working just fine, and I'm going to be spending more time on it trying to figure out everything it's supposed to do. And it's a really nice amp. It has a lot of features that keep the operator from making big mistakes, and that's a good idea when I'm using it. Other than that, it was a great day, like I said. Just want to wish everyone a wonderful evening and a great rest of the week. Everyone take care out there on the highways and byways. And I will send this back to net control. Fine job tonight, John. Thanks for running the net. This is KE8TQR saying 73, and God bless.
Keith, did you get your 220 volt supply put in yet?
Negative on that. I've got 2 estimates to do it. I've got a guy coming out tomorrow, a contractor coming out tomorrow to give me a 3rd estimate, and then I'll decide what I want to get done. I like to get 3 estimates, make sure that I've got a fair and balanced. Figure out what everybody's got. It looks pretty good. And they're all about the same price anyway, but we'll see. No, I'll get it done here probably when I make a decision, and depending on what their lead time is. KE8TQR.
Okay, very good. Yeah, those amps will run on 115 okay, but with 220 there'll be no noticeable blinking or flickering of the lights there. So it is real nice running them on 220. Okay, so hopefully that you get a reasonable estimate and get it put in a reasonable amount of time. So good luck with that. Okay, so we'll say 73 to you, Keith, and go to K8PJW. Go ahead with your comments.
W8VPV, KPJW. Good evening. Probably the first time I've actually checked in on it. I've listened in times, and sometimes I get busy doing stuff like this. Thanks for the radio. We doing a fine job, John. I enjoyed it at the end of that. My heart started to head south, and so I lost some of the light. I didn't have a chance to back them up into another device. So back to running. We'll just try to get here. Hi. So, good evening. Okay, PZW, back to the net.
Okay, Phil, very good. Thanks for checking in. Good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Let's go over to Russ, KD8VYT. Go ahead, Russ, with your comments.
Just want to get in here and say, hey, I'm working on another soldering project. It would help if I knew what all these components were instead of having to figure them out. But anyway, everybody have a good night. This is KD8VYT 73.
73, Russ, and thanks for checking in, and have a good evening, and have fun with those components there. Okay, that takes us to the bottom of the list. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
W8VPV with a comment inspired by one of yours.
Go ahead, Ray.
The other funny episode to me was the trouble with tribbles. And actually anything that involved hairy or hardcore Benson mud, all of those episodes were funny. Particularly the trouble with tribbles and the way they solved the problem with the tribbles on the Enterprise. They beamed them over to the Klingon ship.
Yeah, that was the funny one too, yeah. Yeah, beamed them over. Okay, yeah, very good. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins. Okay, not hearing any. I'll repeat the announcements. Okay, Wednesday of next week, that's February 12th at 7:30 p.m., is the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club meeting, and we meet in person at the Pilgrim United Church, and it has an address of 130 Broad Boulevard, but you get to the meeting by going to the parking lot, which is on 2nd Street, just south of Broad Boulevard, and then go into the building off the corner of the parking lot. If you're coming in person, as a token of appreciation for that organization letting us use their social hall for our meeting, please bring one canned good item. And just in case the people that get the canned good don't have a can opener, it would be appreciated if you bring a can that has a tab on it or whatever, where you just lift it up and open it, rather than needing a can opener. But if that's all you have is one that needs a can opener, that's okay too. Okay, let's see, and there's a notice on the website at www.cfarc.org about the February 22nd for the newsletter articles to get them in. So take a look at that and at
Repeater, timeout. Time. Repeater, out.
That seemed like I timed it out pretty quick. Okay. Well, I don't know what all got missed, but regarding the meeting, if you come in person, bring a canned good, and if you have a choice, bring a canned good that has a self-opening on it rather than needing a can opener. If you're going to attend on Zoom, go to our website, www.cfarc. Scroll down to the date there, February 12th, and you'll see the link there to so that you can attend by Zoom. You can be an active participant, and let's see. So that's all I have about the meeting. And I saw on there that there's a request to have the newsletter articles in on February 22nd. So take a look at that calendar there. It's on the right side of our page at www.cfarc.org, and scroll down to February 2nd. You'll see that mentioned there. And keep a watch for the Hamfest volunteer sign-up. We need people on Friday evening to help set up the tables, and also the vendors. Some of the vendors bring their items in on Friday evening, and the advantage of that, and also early Saturday morning, is that if you see one of the vendors has an item that you've been wanting, then you can make them an offer there on the spot, and maybe make a good deal there. So keep that in mind. So that would be Friday evening and then Saturday morning. We need people to help with the ticket sales, and we have documents that have a detailed operation of the ticket sales, cash handling, and we also need somebody for doing the mobile check-in station, and also for helping the vendors get their find their way to their assigned table. Okay, let's see here. That's about all that I have in the way of announcements. So this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, last call for check-ins.
This is Kilo Echo 8, Papa Whiskey Tango. James, Cuyahoga Falls, in and out this evening.
NAWS, Bill into London, in and out. Just listening, John.
Okay, KEAPWT, I have you in and out and on the list here, and NAWS, got a good copy on you there, Bill. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Are there any last check-ins? This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor. Okay, not hearing any. In preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without your participation, there would be no net. This has been John, and my call is W8VPV, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will close the net with 21 check-ins, counting myself, and return the repeater to normal, customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, closing the net at 9:16 p.m. local time. 7-3.
W8VPV. Repeater TL110.9. Port link off. W8VPV. Repeater W8VPV. Repeater.
Net standby.
Good evening, calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday Night Band Exploration Net. My name is John, and my call is W3X. However, for the purposes of this net, I'll be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. This is an open directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic will go through net control. Since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, to enhance net operating practices, and to keep members up to date about club happenings. This band exploration net meets every Monday evening at 9:30 p.m. Check the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club calendar at www.cfarc to tell what band and frequency this band exploration net will be on. On the first Mondays, we were on 6 meters, like here, 50.270 megahertz upper sideband. On the second Monday of a month, we're on 10 meters on or about 28.360 megahertz. On the third Monday, we're on 40 meters on or about 7.187 megahertz lower sideband. And on a fourth Monday, we're on 80 meters on or about 3.827 megahertz lower sideband. And if there's a fifth Monday, if it's winter time, we're on 160 meters. And we like to do AM on that, on or about 1887 kilohertz. And if it's spring, summer, or fall, then usually in the spring and fall we do 17 meters, and then in the summer we'll do 12 meters. And the posted frequency is on the calendar. Okay, so here are the announcements. The next regular meeting of the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club will be on Wednesday of next week. That's February 12th at 7:30 p.m. You can attend both in person and on Zoom. If you attend in person, we would like to have each person bring a canned good as a token of appreciation to the organization, letting us use their social hall for our meeting. And the location of that is Pilgrim United Church, which has an address of 130 Broad Boulevard, but you get to the meeting by going to the parking lot, which is on 2nd Street, just south of Broad Boulevard, and then go into the building off the corner of the parking lot. Regarding the canned goods, if you can bring one that doesn't need a can opener to open, bring that, but otherwise either kind is appreciated. And to attend on Zoom, go to our calendar, www.cfarc.org, scroll down the page to the right side, and look for the date of the meeting, which in this case is February 12th, and there'll be a link there for Zoom, and you can actively participate by Zoom. Okay, now I noticed on that calendar that there's a note about February 22nd and about submitting newsletter articles. So take a look at that, and if you have something you want to submit as a newsletter article, send that to newsletter editor at cfarc.org. Newsletter editor is one word. And also watch for a sign-up sheet, a volunteer sign-up sheet for our Hamfest, which is April 5th. And so we need volunteers for April 4th and April 5th. For April 4th, it's in the evening. Vendors will be, some of the vendors come Friday evening and bring their articles in, and an advantage to that, either Friday evening or Saturday morning, is that if somebody's bringing in an article that maybe you've been looking for or always wanted, you can make them an offer and maybe get a good deal there. So again, that happens Friday evening and Saturday morning when the vendors are bringing in their articles. We also need people for cash handling at ticket sales, and we have a document that has what position you're in, what your tasks are, and there's check boxes and all that kind of good documentation, so that the person knows exactly what to do for the position that they're in. and we need somebody to run the mobile check-in station. We'll have the equipment there, the radio and its power supply and antenna, and you just do that until the time that we specify that the mobile check-in time is over. Let's see, that's all that I have in the way of announcements. So this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor. Are there any members or officers who have items of interest to the club? This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor with John W8VPV at the mic. Okay, not hearing any. This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
K8PU.
K8PU, go ahead, Larry.
Evening, John. Everybody on that? Yeah, sorry about all those 2 meters. I had a bunch of medical paperwork I had to get done. I was up to my elbows with it. So I just listened to the net, took care of that. Oh, nothing exciting. Sure glad the weather's come around a little better here. Since we're into February, maybe we can get it out of the way and start having some better days. Winter hasn't really been the worst of all so far, but more winter than I care for already. Okay, John, that's everybody next week. Guess we'll be doing 10 meters. I can do that. And see you guys at the meeting, of course, next week. So back to you, John. Everybody have a good one. See you then. W8VPV, K8PU.
Okay, Larry, I'll save you a seat if I get there first. Let's see, and yeah, regarding the weather, I'm not sure which groundhog controls it. The Punxsutawney Phil there says that he's going to give us 6 more weeks of winter. But Buckeye Chuck says, no, there's going to be an early spring. So we'll see how that goes. So thanks for checking in, 73. Have a good evening. And if you want it 80 degrees and sunny, you'll have to run your sun lamp for a while. So we'll talk with you, let's see, on the net next week. Okay, this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor asking for check-in.
W8EZT.
W8EZT, go ahead, Frank.
Good evening, John. Don't have a lot to add other than as far as the mobile check-in station, we don't have to have somebody on site to do that. We can actually handle the mobile check-ins from somebody's home in the comfort of their home with a coffee cup right next to them and their radio, and so they could take care of that. I say that because apparently the building has been significantly modified and is still in the progress of being modified. And those rooms along the front where we run the check-in station and do the counting and things like that, handle a change, have been pretty much eliminated. So we're going to have to come up with a different way to do that. So mobile check-in station, we may run it from a trailer on site, we may run it from somebody's car, or we may run it from somebody's home. But it's one easy task that we'd appreciate a member volunteering to do. Other than that, I don't have a lot to add. Doing a great job on the net. I'll back out of here and see who else is out there. W8VPV, back to net.
Okay, Frank, very good. Yeah, that's a good point there about the mobile check-in operation. Yeah, and then all that they do is they give each check-in a number. And then at the when the time is up, I think it usually goes till 10 a.m. or something like that. Then I guess we contact Anthony, and he makes a random number generator, and whatever number that check-in was, they win the mobile check-in prize. So yeah, that's the story on that. So okay, thanks for checking in, Frank 73, and have a good evening, and get your trash taken out there. Okay, so this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John at the mic asking for check-in.
KA8WTK.
KA8WTK. Go ahead, Bill, with your comment.
Yeah, good evening, John. Nothing new since 2 meters. Just got out the Dremel tool and was working on cleaning up some hardware on an old transoceanic companion radio. We like to frequent, Margaret and I like to frequent different antique stores. You never know what you're going to find, and I came across a companion radio for the first transoceanic. Companion radio meaning it's just AM, but it sure is a nifty looking little thing. That hardware is rusty though, gotta clean it up. So we'll work on that for a little bit. So back to net control, W8VPV, KA8WTK.
I have a question, Bill. How low in frequency will that receive?
Well, this is not a transoceanic, this is an AM radio.
So it's just the AM broadcast band?
Yeah, correct. I don't have one of the original transoceanics. I've got some of the other models, but I don't have any of the newer models, post-war models, I should say. But I don't have one of these pre-war ones. Haven't come across one yet.
Okay, well, good luck with, maybe you'll find one of those someday. So, very good. That sounds pretty interesting there. Okay, so thanks for checking in there, Bill 73, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-in.
KE8 TQR.
KE8 TQR. Go ahead, Keith, with your comment.
Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, this is KE8 TQR. Good evening again, John, and good evening to everyone here on the 6 meter net. Not much more than what I told you on 2 meter, but yeah, I am using the Mercury 3S. I am running it on 120 until I get that outlet in. So once that outlet is in, I've got the 220 cable sitting here, so I'll just switch over to that. But supposedly the fan runs a little slower and a little quieter, but I ain't heard it yet. So, well, not with all the noise in the shack. So anyway, other than that, that's about all I got, John. It's good to hear you tonight, and good to get on 6 meters. With that, I'll just say everyone have a wonderful evening, great rest of the week. This is KE8 TQR saying 73, and God bless.
Okay, Keith, very good. Yeah, I have a good copy on you over here, so thanks for checking in, 73, and have fun with that new amplifier there. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W3X at the mic asking for check-in. Okay, Tony, KF8AVD, I have you in and out. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. This is W8VPV asking for check-in.
Whiskey Alpha 8 Radio, Charlie, November.
WA8 RCN. Go ahead with your comments. Wow, you're really blasting in here.
Yeah, okay, John. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, we're not too far apart. Plus, I'm running 100 watts and a 6-element on a 21-foot boom at almost 70 feet. So, you know, it's up there in the air. So anyway, very good. Just thought we'd check in and give you one more for the log there, John. So I don't have much more to say. So back over to you, W8VPV from W8RCN.
Okay, Jim, very good. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-in.
This is Kilo Echo 8, Uniform Lima Charlie, KE8ULC, Kurt in Cuyahoga Falls.
KE8ULC, Kurt, go ahead with your comments.
Well, 7 weeks out, I'm doing very well from anterior hip surgery. Tomorrow I will see a cystoscope to see what kind of tumor I might have in a bladder. I'm hoping for very good. It was about a 20% chance it'll be all good. So, back to you there, John.
Okay, very good, Kurt. Well, good luck with that, and hopefully it turns out okay. So, 73, and have a good evening and a good day tomorrow there. This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins. Wait a minute, Frank. There was somebody else in there. Somebody else, go ahead. Okay, go ahead, Frank.
W8EZT, Russ, KD8VYT is trying to get in there. I was just giving him the information on the repeater. Let's see here. There's a real reason I came back to you. Oh, Kurt, if you're still in there, I did hear your comment. I'm looking for the presentation now, and I will get it to you via email as soon as I find it. Back to net, W8EZT. Russ, go ahead if you're in there.
Go ahead, Russ. This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor.
All right. I think I got it. I probably should go too with KD8VYT.
Oh, I got you. You were doubling with Frank there. I heard somebody else in there, but okay, very good. I had a pretty good copy on you there. So, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins. Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins. Okay, not hearing any at this time. I'll repeat the announcements, and then I'll give one last call for check-ins. Okay, our next regular meeting of the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club will be Wednesday of next week. That's February 12th at 7:30 p.m. You can attend in person or on Zoom. If you're going to attend in person, we would appreciate it as a token of appreciation to the organization that allows us to use their facility for our meeting. Please bring one canned good item. And if you're going to attend on Zoom, go to our webpage, www.cfarc.org, and look for the Zoom link there on February 12th. It's on the right side of the page. Scroll down to February 12th and you'll see the link there for the Zoom. You can actively participate in the meeting there using Zoom. And watch for a sign-up sheet there, a sign-up page for volunteers for our Hamfest, which is April 5th. And so we need volunteers for April 4th. One volunteer that came to mind is the placing of the direction signs out on the various roads there. There's maybe 4 or 5 signs to put out there. Last year, a volunteer helped Frank, and what was handy is that that volunteer had the yellow flashing lights on his truck there, so he could do the crossing. That was a great help there. So that's an example of one of the volunteers needed. Also, we need on Friday evening volunteers to help set up the tables and chairs, and also after we get them all set up, then some of the vendors bring their articles on Friday evening. And the advantage to being there when that happens is that somebody might be bringing in an item which you may have an interest in purchasing, and you can make them an offer and maybe get what you wanted there. And the same thing can happen Saturday morning. They're helping the vendors get to their assigned tables. Let's see, and also another volunteer is we need several for doing the cash handling at the ticket sales table, and depending which assignment you're at, see, we have like even change, and we have like if they're paying with a certain denomination or whatever, we have specific instructions on what you need to do there. So there's no puzzle about what you need to do. It's all perfectly explained. And then, as Frank mentioned earlier, the mobile check-in station, we probably, well, we don't know what the situation is going to be with having a mobile check-in station at the Hamfest building itself due to physical changes of that facility. But like Frank said, it can be done at home, at somebody's home there, and then all you do is after what you do is each check-in gets a number, and then a random number generator selects the number for the winner of the mobile check-in prize. So that's all you do is you contact, I guess, Anthony or whatever, and tell him how many check-ins there were. He does a random number generator, and then that is the number that the particular mobile check-in had, and that will be the prize winner. Let's see here. So those are just some of the tasks that volunteers are needed for at the Hamfest. So watch for that sign-up sheet and sign up for a time when you're available and want to do that. Let's see here. So, what else do we have in the way of announcements? I guess that's about it in the way of announcements. So this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, last call for check-ins. Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, let's call for check-ins. Okay, not hearing any. In preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. As mentioned earlier, this band exploration net meets every Monday at 9:30 p.m. Next week, the frequency will be on 10 meters, and it will be 28.360 megahertz, upper sideband, plus or minus QRM. Please feel free to check in regularly, even if only for a moment. All comments are welcomed and valuable to us. This has been John, and my call is W8VPV, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will close the net and return the frequency to normal and customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, closing the net at 10:02 p.m. local time with 9 check-ins, counting myself. 73